How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Video Tech and also to another tech news video where I go over all of the latest news that happen inside the tech world. Keep you guys up to date on everything that's happening and also keep it nice and short so it's not a half an hour long video. Now, if you want to read up a bit more of the topics will be linked in the video description, and of course you can also follow the timestamps or link below. But anyway, starting off with our first topic. Previously we've touched on the subject of the new PCI Express 5 power connectors, and now thanks to some more leaks we do have some more information about them. Now, apparently there's going to have a max output of 600 watts per cable, but there will also be models for 450 watts, 300 and also 150 watts as well. Now unfortunately the RTX 3.0 design will not be compatible with the existing 6-pin and 8-pin connectors because it uses a different contact spacing and a larger pitch. The new 40 series GPUs will feature this new 12 plus 4-pin power connectors. Now the first card that was supposed to actually feature this was the RTX 3090 Ti, but there's still no news on when this card is actually going to be released or if at all. So we'll see, but now don't fret, you don't need to go buy an entirely new power supply just to use some of the new cards. There will be adapters for that as well, like we have seen with the previous Founders Edition RTX 3090, 3080 that had the new connector, where they did also include a adapter for that from your existing power supply to the new one. So there will be luckily adapters for that. And then next up, Qualcomm has validated Samsung's new LPDDR5X DRAM for smartphones. The memory is said to boost speeds up to 1.2 times than the normal LPDDR5 memory with a 20% decrease in power draw. The Vice President of Production Management at Qualcomm Technologies said Qualcomm Technologies is an industry leader in enabling and adopting the latest LPDDR DRAM specifications. Enablement of LPDDR5X on Snapdragon platforms will enhance users' experience with new features and improve performance for gaming, cameras, and also applications using our latest AI engine across various Qualcomm Technologies product lines. And then next up, Twitch is bringing down the ban hammer again for the 100th time. This time it is aimed towards the harmful misinformation super spreaders. On Thursday, Twitch said that they will ban users repeatedly spreading harmful misinformation on its platform. This will not be for individual statements or discussions, so normal people will be fine, but instead for those channels and users whose online presence is dedicated to persistently sharing widely disproven and broadly shared harmful misinformation topics. The three criteria as I mentioned for banning will be for false information about COVID-19 vaccines or harmful health misinformation, election fraud, or other content that undermines the integrity of civil or political processes. And any misinformation promoted by conspiracy networks tied to violence and or promoting violence. So basically no one that really plays just games, they'll be fine, but for some people who have conspiracy type of podcasts or something like that, so just be mindful of that. But of course we will probably see Twitch banning just normal people as well, just speaking once about a topic like that. So that's how Twitch works. And then next up, CD Projekt has now stopped sales in Russia for all of their games. This comes after the UK Vice Prime Minister pleaded with gaming companies around the world to take action against Russia. On the 3rd of March, he tweeted that big companies including Nintendo, Epic Games, Tencent, and Rockstar saying that Russia doesn't have any respect for the principles of humanity. Stop this by halting their games in Russia. And then CD Projekt Red tweeted, "Today we have begun working with our partners to suspend digital sales and also seize physical stock deliveries of CD Projekt Group products as well as all games distributed on the GOG platform to the territories of Russia and Belarus." And yet again, the normal people in Russia will just suffer more now because of stupid decisions the government makes. And then next up, TikTok, the short form video platform, is taking a step in a different direction now. When TikTok started out in 2016, I actually thought it was sooner than that, its video limit was only 15 seconds. It has then since bumped it up to 1 minute, then 3 minutes, and for some users 5 minutes, and now the platform is planning on pushing that to 10 minutes. A TikTok spokesperson that confirmed the 10-minute video length limit said that the company hoped it would unleash even more creative possibilities for TikTok creators. This will put TikTok against the likes of YouTube that was actually promoting shorts again now on the other hand. Now, in all honesty, I don't expect a lot of people to really watch those longer form videos on TikTok because TikTok is known for short form. People's attention span on TikTok isn't really that long, so but in all honesty, I don't expect it to really do that well. We'll see, but I still think YouTube is going to be the long form king. But I could also be wrong, so we'll see where it goes. And then next up, Ukraine is assembling its own IT army. Who would have thought that the day would come where we geeks and nerds would need to actually fight a war, in a sense. Now anyway, the Ukrainian Vice Prime Minister tweeted, "We are creating an IT army. We need digital talents. There will be tasks for everyone. Continue to fight on the cyber front. The first task is on the channel for cyber specialists." Now the last time I checked, the Telegram group had almost 35,000 subscribers. Now the targets for this army include the likes of Gazprom, Lukoil, and internet company Yandex, among many others. In the financial sector, Sberbank, VTB, and Gazprom Bank, and some other of the country's top banks. Some Russian government entities are also on the list, like the Kremlin and the Ministry of Defense. Now, I'm not sure what's going to happen there, but it's interesting, and that's kind of the new war, really, as well, cyber warfare. Then next up, a 14-core Intel mobile CPU has been spotted in the wild. The mentioned CPU was seen on the user benchmark website, and it is the i7-12650HX. It has an average turbo boost of 4.05 GHz and was clocked at 2.3 GHz base. The 14 core will consist of 6 performance cores and 8 efficient cores for a total of 20 threads, which is pretty crazy. It will also have a TDP of 45 watts, and with those cores, it seems like it could be a nice little contender for the likes of AMD's new 6000 series CPUs, and also Apple with their rumored M2 chip being released also. So we'll see, but the mobile space is definitely heating up. And then lastly, Intel is ending the AVX-512 support. Now, for those of you who have no idea what that is, I definitely don't blame you. If you're into overclocking, you probably have some idea of that, but majority of people don't. So a quick rundown. The AVX-512 is an instruction set that increases executions for heavy workloads and uses them in significant scenarios. The instructions span artificial intelligence, deep learning, financial analytics, scientific simulations, 3D modeling and analysis. It also features in image, audio, and video processing, cryptography, and then finally data compression. Now, Intel previously did disable this feature, but naughty MSI found a workaround for it in their BIOS, so you could still activate it and get extra performance from it. But now Intel has completely shut it down on their more consumer chips. However, it will still be available on some of their Xeon chips. But now, will this actually hurt Intel? Well, maybe AMD will take this as an advantage and use AVX on their new Zen 4 chips. I don't know, but I know a majority of people don't really use it. So, and of course, again, they will leave it on more of their workstation CPU, so that's going to be fine. But now, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you did enjoy the video, please like, subscribe, and comment like always. And I will check all of you guys Monday for another tech news video. Hope you guys have a lovely weekend. Cheers, guys.